Hello everyone, here we are looking for the food and feeding habits of animals, and previously we already classified our animals on the basis of their feeding habits. Now it's time to know about that how actually these animals use and what are the approach they use to eat the various food. So here in this video we will be looking on this all the eating habits which classify them into various groups. So this is Aditya Gupta. Let's begin with our video. We know that our first category is about herbivores, and generally herbivores animals are having strong, flat and broad teeth. You can see it here. This animal is having here flat, broad and strong teeth. So these herbivores animals generally have such kind of a teeth which helps them to chew and bite food, and they chew and bite grass and leaves with the help of such kind of a teeth. So here special term arise that chewing of cud. Now what actually these chewing of cud is, that what these animals do, you can see here in this picture that this goat is eating grass, but what actually these animals herbivores animals do is that they do not bite or chew their food directly. What they do is, as soon as they bite or chew the food, they bite it, they initially swallow it. Okay, so what they do is actually they directly swallow it and put it into the stomach, and then what they do that further by the time they wanted to bite it again, then they bring the food back from the stomach to the mouth and then chew it and then grind it and make the fine paste, and this is how these then again gulp it. So this is how the process happens. Then they do not directly chew the whole food. They have partially chew the food and then swallow it directly to the stomach, and then time to time bring it back to the mouth and then again chew it. So the whole process of bringing back to the mouth, then chewing again it and making it grinding it and then keeping it back to the stomach, the whole process is known as chewing of cud. So this all has been done by herbivores animals. Okay, so now our next term arise. We are having carnivorous animals. You can see here in this picture clearly it is visible that we are having a tiger here. Okay, we are having a tiger here. You can see that how the sharp and pointed teeth it is having. Okay, so these tigers are having, where these carnivorous animals basically have sharp, pointed and curved front teeth. You can see clearly here. So these teeth helps them to tearing the flesh. Obviously the flesh is thick in nature, so we definitely need something pointed to tear that thing. Okay, so that is why such animals are having such kind of a teeth. They also have strong grinding teeth, and obviously after tearing it out they need to grind the flesh. That is why they are having grinding teeth as well at the back of the mouth to chew the flesh and bones. Okay, now our third category comes omnivores, and you know that omnivores is the mixture of both carnivores and herbivores. So definitely these such kind of animals are having variety of, they have to eat variety of foods. That is why they are having variety of teeth. They are having variety of teeth to eat. Okay, so that's make them different from such both the categories. Next, you can see here in this picture what this snake is actually doing. What it is doing in first picture, you can see that this snake is directly taking the egg inside their mouth by enlarging its frontal portion of the mouth. Then again in the second picture, it is going inside, the egg is going inside the snake. In the third picture, the whole egg goes inside it, and in the last picture, the snake is now digesting it and dissolving it inside the stomach. So this is the whole process of swallowing something as a whole. So here the snake swallow their food as a whole using their teeth. They only hold its prey. What they do is they don't use their teeth to chew and cut anything of the and take the bite, but instead of that they use their teeth to just to hold their prey. after that they directly swallow it inside the stomach. Then and these things, they are having a powerful muscles which helps them to swallow the food directly from as a whole. Obviously the whole big things require lots of energy. That is why they are having a powerful muscle. We are having frog, lizards also. They take foods but through their sticky tongue. You have seen that lizards while running on the wall, they are having a long sticky tongue and they take it out just to catch their prey. Next we have animals who gnaw their food. Gnawing is generally a process to bite their food repeatedly in a repeatedly manner. So here you can see the picture of such animals. They are having front sharp teeth, and they usually what they do is with such teeth they take the nibbles of the food and eat it in a repeatedly manner. So we are having rabbits, squirrel and rats that have a pair of very sharp long front teeth to gnaw or nibble the food. Okay, so nibble is just taking the food into a very small bites. Okay, so they generally take the small bites to eat their food. Next we have that some animals suck their food through their needle-like of tongue or through their proboscis. So some animals are having a long pointed tube-like structure in the front of their mouth that helps them to suck the things. You can see here that this mosquito is having a needle-like structure. Okay, and that this mosquito is going to penetrate this inside the skin of the humans or wherever they wanted to suck the blood. Similarly, the butterfly are also having a proboscis named as a proboscis. You can see here this proboscis, and this helps them to drink the nectar. Okay, so mosquitoes and leeches are generally suck their blood through their needle-like tongue. Okay, next you have seen dogs and cats by lapping the water. What is lapping is directly touch their tongues to the liquid substances and then they gulp it directly through their long sticky tongue. So generally dogs and cats laps liquid with the help of long tongue. And we are having an amazing animal, that is elephant, which is having a trunk. That trunk helps them to drink or eat whatever they wanted. So they hold the things through their trunk, pick up the food and suck water through their trunk. Okay, so you can see here these all are, every animal is amazing in their own way and they are having its own eating habits. They are having its own properties which nature has been provided according to their eating habits. So isn't it amazing that every animal is having its own property? If they are herbivores, they are having blunt teeth. If they are carnivores, they know that they need to tear, they need a powerful sharp teeth. That's why nature has been provided. And we are having variety of animals which is having a variety of amazing properties which nature has gifted them to survive in this whole world. So this is how our animals are categorized in various categories by their eating habits. I hope you people have enjoyed the videos. Thank you everyone and have a nice day.